Okay, so you can see there was my old sketches from the letter. There's some other ones, right? Um, Really, I decided on this one was the one that I like. Um, and, you know, not perfect, but I think it works pretty good. I think it does fill up 50% of the space. It's touching all four corners. And it's going to give me, what is it, 6 pieces? So at least 5. I'm within the 5 to 6. Okay, so again, you can tell that was a small sketch. There's my thumb, right? Not much bigger than my thumbnail, my real thumbnail there. And so then what I want to do after this is I want to do a full-size sketch. And so here is right at the full-size sketch. And here I'm going to zoom the camera out a little bit. It's going to get a little shaky. I'll try to get in here as far as best I can. The amount I have for my phone isn't that big. Okay, so you can tell, and I'll kind of pan this around. Until I sketched it out, and I actually redrew a lot of stuff. So here I'll zoom in again. Zoom in a little bit more right there. And okay. So again, you can tell I ended up resketching some things. And so why do I want to do a full-size sketch? Well, it gives me an idea of what it's going to really look like full-size, right? Because my finished product needs to be, in a 9x12 paper. Okay, and so my paper ends right there. Okay, this is 9x12. That's why I had it stop right there. Okay, there's the little perforated edge for the paper. Again, here's the bottom. So same thing. I'm still touching the bottom, the left and right, and the top. And again, you can tell it's, pretty much the same sketch. Okay, like I might have had my rectangle a little bit too thin or too narrow compared to exactly what the 9x12 is. But again, sketching it out full size lets me draw it on the paper that it's actually going to be on. Okay, and then it lets me adjust things. So that's what I did a few times. Like I had the line a little bit over more here, and I had to move it over. Again, same thing. I had to add. What I ended up having to do is add a little more mass to the letter. Again, to end up somewhere that's more 50-50, or like I said, even if it's like 55 by 45, it's fine. Okay, so full-size sketch, and that was just in a sketchbook, just regular drawing paper. Okay, and so of course I need, like I said, you're gonna need the same thing, 3 pieces of paper. Okay, so 2 of them need to be the same size, so I'm just gonna use a white background. Okay, so this one's gonna be the background for my full-size letter when it's glued on, and then this one's going to be the background for the leftover parts that I'm going to have. Okay, and so you want something that stands out. Okay, so that's why I picked black. Again, if you want to use a certain color, if you want to use like blue construction paper, red construction paper, again, no problem, you can do that. Just make sure that all 3 sheets of paper are exactly the same size, and that's what I got here. You can tell I stacked them all together, and say there's the white underneath, so it's exactly the same size. I got a little ding on the corner there, and that's really all I'm looking for. Okay, because I want the letter and then the leftover pieces to again occupy the same amount of space, and so that's why I have the 2 sheets of white paper being the exact same size. Okay, so again, you can see I drew it on here full size. I just used a regular pencil, graphite. And you can tell, my sketch lines are on there. I actually went back and erased a few of them. Okay. And so, again, I try to clean it up, basically, is what I did. And like I said, I use graphite. You could use like a white color pencil, or if you happen to have like a white chalk pencil from a drawing class, you can use that. And again, I mostly, would advise that if you have something really dark. Okay. So again, if you're using black paper, that's what you want to do. If you use a different color, pencil will tend to show up pretty well on anything. And I have this in the notes, but you really want something that stands out. So, I wouldn't want to use like a light blue and then white, or a light blue and like a, really light green. You want the letter to stand out against the background, and you want the leftover pieces to stand out against the background. Okay, so something that has a lot of contrast, same size, sketch it out really good, and then my next step here is going to be to cut out the letter, and so that's what I'm going to do.